Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, so you never miss a play. The atmosphere inside the Commanders' locker room has reportedly reached a boiling point, and all eyes are on Jayden Daniels. Sources close to the team claim that Daniels has finally reached the breaking point, uttering words that shocked even his closest teammates. "I'm tired of pretending everything is okay." Rumors suggest that this emotional outburst did not come out of nowhere, but is the culmination of mounting frustrations both on and off the field, according to insiders. Daniels has been quietly struggling with the team's offensive struggles, inconsistent play calling, and a growing disconnect between players and coaching staff. Whispers around the facility indicate that his frustration has been simmering for weeks, perhaps even months. As he navigates a season full of unexpected challenges, teammates reportedly noticed a change in his demeanor, with Daniels becoming more vocal during meetings and on the practice field. And while some have expressed support, others are said to be concerned that his patience is wearing thin. The locker room, typically a place of camaraderie and unity, is rumored to have become a pressure cooker, where small disagreements are now magnified into major conflicts, leaving the team on edge about what might happen next. Insiders claim that Daniels' confrontation with teammates was not limited to a single incident. Multiple sources indicate that the quarterback has been voicing his dissatisfaction with the team's leadership structure, openly questioning strategic decisions that he believes are holding the Commanders back. Rumors suggest that his frustration is particularly targeted at the coaching staff, whom he feels have failed to provide the support necessary for him and the offensive unit to thrive. According to whispers, Daniels' teammates have expressed mixed reactions, with some sympathizing with his honesty and others perceiving it as a potential threat to locker room harmony. Observers close to the team say that Daniels has long been viewed as a rising star, someone whose talent is undeniable, but whose patience is now being tested to the limit. The narrative spreading through social media and fan circles paints a picture of a quarterback at a crossroads, caught between the weight of expectations and the reality of internal dysfunction. Every conversation about the Commanders now seems to revolve around Daniels' emotional state, leaving fans and analysts speculating about how this might impact upcoming games and team morale in the weeks ahead. Word on the street is that the intensity of Daniels' locker room outburst has prompted high-level discussions among the Commanders' front office. Sources claim that team executives are reportedly weighing the potential consequences of an ongoing tension between their star quarterback and the coaching staff. Some insiders hint that Daniels' honesty could either serve as a catalyst for much-needed change or further destabilize a team already dealing with mounting pressure. The rumor mill suggests that the team's leadership has been caught off guard, unprepared for the level of emotional transparency that Daniels displayed, and that immediate measures may be considered to mediate the situation. Fans are reportedly divided, with some praising Daniels for finally voicing what they believe has been an obvious frustration for months, while others fear that this marks a turning point in a locker room that might be teetering on the edge of internal collapse. The chatter around social media platforms paints a vivid image of a quarterback unwilling to silently endure setbacks any longer, creating a storm of speculation about whether the Commanders can contain the tension or if this signals a larger, systemic issue within the organization. Rumors from insiders suggest that Daniels' frustration is tied not only to team strategy, but also to interpersonal dynamics within the Commanders' roster. Sources indicate that certain veterans may have unintentionally contributed to his rising agitation, either through lack of communication or perceived unwillingness to adapt to his leadership style. The narrative circulating among fans and analysts hints that Daniels' demands for accountability may clash with long-established locker room hierarchies, creating subtle but mounting friction among players. Observers say that while Daniels is known for his competitive spirit and intense work ethic, his emotional outburst could be a signal that even the most composed athletes have limits when it comes to enduring repeated inconsistencies or mismanagement. There are whispers that internal meetings have become heated, with heated exchanges and pointed questions now shaping conversations that were once routine. Analysts speculate that Daniels' emotional transparency might be the spark the Commanders need to force honest evaluations of their approach, but others fear it could deepen existing divides, leaving the team struggling to reconcile individual frustrations with collective goals. The story unfolding in Washington, according to rumors, is one of pressure, personality, and the delicate balance between leadership and rebellion within professional sports. The buzz surrounding Daniels has reached fans, who are reportedly debating every possible outcome of the quarterback's emotional disclosure. Some argue that his willingness to speak out could inspire teammates to confront their own frustrations and push for a more cohesive unit, while others speculate that this kind of open conflict may fracture the locker room and affect on-field performance. Sources close to the team hint that the coaching staff is now under intense scrutiny, with whispers suggesting that their ability to manage high-tension personalities and adapt strategy under pressure could be the deciding factor in whether the Commanders weather this storm. Fan forums and social media channels are reportedly overflowing with speculation, theories, and imagined scenarios as people dissect every word and body language cue from Daniels. The narrative circulating paints him as both a hero for his honesty and a potential disruptor, a duality that keeps rumors alive and fan engagement at an all-time high. This ongoing discussion creates a scenario where the lines between rumor and reality blur, and every small development is analyzed as a possible sign of what the future holds for the Commanders and their embattled quarterback, while the league at large remains mostly silent on the situation. Insiders claim that other teams are reportedly watching the developments closely, seeing Daniels' outburst as a window into the inner workings of the Commanders' locker room. Analysts speculate that this could have ripple effects beyond Washington, potentially influencing how opposing teams prepare for upcoming matchups and how front offices evaluate internal dynamics in their own organizations. According to whispers, Daniels' passionate outburst is emblematic of a wider phenomenon in professional sports, where players increasingly demand accountability, transparency, and alignment between talent and leadership. Fans are reportedly dissecting every report, comparing Daniels' situation to historical moments when star players clashed with coaching staffs, fueling debate about whether honesty in the locker room leads to victory, chaos, or something in between. The ongoing rumor cycle, amplified by insiders and social media chatter, paints a picture of a team on edge, with Daniels' emotions at the center of a swirling storm that could shape the narrative of the entire season. In this charged environment, every interview, social media post, and sideline interaction is scrutinized for clues about what might happen next, keeping the buzz alive in ways that few situations in professional sports manage to achieve. Insiders suggest that the fallout from Jayden Daniels' recent locker room outburst is far from contained, with rumors indicating that the quarterback has sparked an ongoing debate about leadership, strategy, and team culture within the Commanders. According to whispers, Daniels' declaration that he is tired of pretending everything is okay resonated deeply with some teammates, who reportedly feel similarly frustrated but have lacked the courage to voice it publicly. Sources suggest that this emotional honesty has opened a Pandora's box of conversations, heated exchanges, and quiet contemplations among players and staff alike, fueling speculation about the stability of the locker room. Analysts report that Daniels' teammates may now be reassessing their own commitment, roles, and relationships with coaches, potentially creating subtle shifts in team dynamics that could influence everything from practice routines to in-game decision-making. Social media platforms are reportedly ablaze with fan theories, insider rumors, and animated debates about whether Daniels' outburst signals a transformative moment for the Commanders or the beginning of deeper discord. As the rumor mill churns, every detail from sideline interactions to off-field meetings seems to carry added significance, amplifying the perception of a team in emotional flux and leaving observers to wonder how long the tension can be contained. Whispers indicate that coaching staff reactions have varied, with some reportedly understanding Daniels' frustration, while others are said to be defensive, perceiving his comments as a critique of leadership decisions and long-standing systems. Rumors suggest that internal discussions have become more frequent and intense, with sources claiming that strategy meetings, film sessions, and even casual locker room interactions are now being scrutinized for signs of discontent or friction. Observers speculate that Daniels' willingness to vocalize frustration might embolden other players to speak up, creating a ripple effect that could either improve transparency and cohesion or escalate conflicts. Analysts note that professional football environments are rarely static, and a single emotional spark, such as Daniels' outburst, has the potential to ignite broader evaluations of team culture, leadership, and communication. Fans, according to insider reports, are closely monitoring every rumor and report, dissecting details for hints about who is aligned with Daniels, Who might resist change? And how these dynamics could shape both immediate and long-term outcomes for the Commanders. Rumors continue to swirl about how Daniels' teammates are responding to his emotional honesty, with some allegedly expressing solidarity, while others reportedly worry that his outburst could destabilize relationships that have taken years to build. Insiders suggest that this dynamic has introduced an unusual tension into the locker room, where camaraderie and competitive spirit now coexist uneasily with uncertainty and whispered concerns. Analysts point to a pattern observed in similar situations across professional sports, where players' emotional transparency can act as a catalyst for change, but also carries the risk of creating friction, divisions, or lingering resentment. Observers claim that Daniels' situation is being amplified by fan speculation, media coverage, and social media discourse, intensifying scrutiny on a team that is already under pressure to perform at a high level. The rumor-driven narrative paints Daniels as a complex figure, a rising talent whose frustration signals both personal investment and potential impatience with systemic challenges. In this environment, every gesture, comment, and body language cue is dissected for meaning, sustaining the buzz that surrounds both Daniels and the Commanders. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. According to insiders, the intensity of Daniels' locker room emotions has not gone unnoticed by front office executives, who are reportedly weighing strategies to mediate tension, protect player morale, and maintain team focus. Rumors suggest that options being considered include private meetings, leadership interventions, and even subtle shifts in coaching responsibilities, all designed to ensure that the quarterback feels heard without destabilizing established systems. Analysts note that these types of internal maneuvers, while invisible to fans, can have a profound impact on team cohesion, performance, and morale. Sources claim that Daniels' outburst has acted as a magnifying lens, revealing both strengths and weaknesses in team culture that might otherwise have remained hidden. Social media commentary, fueled by insider leaks and speculation, paints a vivid picture of a team navigating a delicate balance between talent, ego, and organizational structure, with Daniels at the center of a narrative that is as captivating as it is unpredictable. Fans reportedly cannot get enough of the drama, eagerly dissecting each report for insights into the evolving saga and its potential consequences for the season. The rumor mill suggests that Daniels' emotional transparency may also influence the Commanders' interactions with the media, opponents, and broader league observers. Sources hint that reporters, analysts, and rival teams are all tracking his behavior closely, viewing it as an indicator of the internal climate within the organization. Analysts speculate that Daniels' candidness could either inspire a wave of accountability and improvement or exacerbate existing tension, depending on how the coaching staff and teammates respond in the coming days. Insider accounts describe a locker room charged with emotion, where every meeting, huddle, and informal exchange is potentially a flashpoint or a moment for reconciliation. Fans are reportedly deeply invested in interpreting these signals, contributing to a constant stream of rumor-driven narrative that keeps the story alive beyond traditional reporting. In essence, Daniels' words have set in motion a cascade of speculation, debate, and anticipation that elevates the drama within the Commanders' organization, creating a situation that seems poised to define not just the quarterback season, but the team's broader trajectory. Whispers suggest that Daniels' locker room outburst has already started influencing discussions about leadership, strategy, and accountability in ways that extend beyond the team itself. Sources claim that his willingness to speak openly may pressure others to reevaluate their approach, creating subtle shifts in culture that could persist long after the immediate tensions subside. Analysts point out that professional sports organizations often wrestle with balancing individual expression and collective goals, and Daniels' emotional honesty is providing a vivid case study for how these dynamics play out in real time. Observers note that this story is amplified by the rumor ecosystem, where every insider tidbit and speculative comment adds to a narrative that feels larger than life. Fans, reporters, and analysts are all part of a feedback loop, interpreting Daniels' words and actions as both a reflection of his personal journey and a barometer of the Commanders' internal state. According to sources, the saga is far from resolved, leaving the team, its leadership, and its fanbase in a state of intense anticipation about what comes next, with every rumor keeping the tension palpable and the conversation alive. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.